I'm Andy. We're at Function.
I'm David, and I'm at Function too.
And we're trying to keep our space from each other, but still show you ways to relieve some physical pain at home. We figure spending a lot of time on the computer, watching TV, things like that. So we're just trying to really isolate some of the things that might be coming up.
Yeah, and give you a low-tech, no-tech solution.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't need anything. We come equipped. And so let's say I'm sitting at the computer and your little alarm goes off every 25 minutes to give you a break. Have you ever heard that? The 25-minute rule? I mean, that's simply taking a moment and taking a few just deep breaths, because usually we get trapped this way and then we're sticking out our neck a little bit. I know that's what I do. My little sort of monkey, and it just clamps down on here. So if every 25 minutes ish, or an hour or hour and a half, whenever you think about it, drop your hands, try to sit up a little bit, and try to take a few deep breaths. There's no secret. In through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your nose. I think either way you're doing it, you're still getting some air in your system, and you're uncontracting, because it's hard to take a deep breath when you're hunched over. So I would go with that. And then one of the other things is just simply doing some shoulder rotations. I'm going to go with a side view here, but pretend I didn't move. And your shoulder goes forward, which you were there already, up to your ears. It goes back away from you and drops down. And I'm over-exaggerating a little bit here to kind of show you the directions. Give yourself a little love, a little permission to relax. And then I would go the opposite direction. And you will find one way you like more and the other way you don't like. And it's okay to go slowly. Because I find sometimes when people go too fast, you ever see this, Andy, when people go too fast, they kind of like cut corners.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, well, he said I'm supposed to do this, and you end up going like up and down, and so even if you're not going too fast, it's better to get a real kind of circular motion. So I would do that, and then maybe when you're done, 8 one direction, 8 the other direction, take a pause, and take a breath again. Now's a good time to lift your shoulders up to your ears and drop them down. And I do a little head. Shoulders up to the ears and drop them down. Just shake your head a little bit. Okay, and then it's time to go back to work. I'm going to pass this over to Andy, but those are a couple things. Deep breath, right? Take a pause to breathe. Do a few shoulder rotations. You don't have to go anywhere. And then lift your shoulders up and down. There's a long list of other things you can do, but try those 3 things. They're probably going to make a difference.
The next 25-minute interval,
right?
You can try to isolate some other things. And so one of the first things that I try to do when I'm sitting at my computer like this is I try to think of like a plumb bob, like a string pulling through my spine and pulling my head up, because I think we all kind of get forward with our head. And if you think of if you were hanging from, say, like a Christmas tree ornament or something, you'd have this thing that just is straightening out it just straightens all of your spine out, and almost immediately there's something that changes in your neck position just from that little bit of postural thoughtfulness. The other things that I'll do is I'll start to just kind of, as we've said with other videos, finding spots to isolate and then move. And so it's not about like really trying to find spots to rub and to get my shoulders, but if my neck is really stiff and I feel like it just needs to kind of like release or something, I'll find these knots back here, and I'll find one and I'll isolate it, and then I'll start to move everything around it, but there's nothing about my hand that's moving. It's sitting on that one spot, and everything else has to move under it for a release. So, those are 2 things that you can do. The other things is just to take and do traction. And so to take it and just to really like make sure that you're keeping the shoulder down and you're pulling across through your neck, and you're doing it the other way. And if you feel like you're extremely tight, what you can do is you can add some kind of isolated resistance to it. And so you might be going like this, and you'll take your neck and try to resist it, and then relax and breathe out. And you'll see you can get further. Once you resist it, these muscles kind of have to give in once they relax, and you can get a little further, so you just get that much more range of motion with it. That's what I got. I mean, those are my things.
That's what you're going to do every 25 minutes. 25 minutes, Andy, 25 minutes knee.
You're not going to spend all 25 minutes of every 25 minutes stretching, otherwise you'd never get any work done. But, just take a minute to do one of these things on intervals, whatever you're feeling at the moment.
3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes is going to change your day.
Yeah, and don't try to do too much. You can certainly get a lot done by just choosing one of these things. You don't have to incorporate a whole regimen or anything, but just kind of work the most on what you feel like is bothering you at that moment. And next time you can choose something else.
And if you forget and you don't do it, sometimes I put a reminder on my phone at a certain time, and it'll just pop up, and it'll be like, stretch or roll your head or drink water.
Or if you have any of the
But
cool
just pick one
Fitbits
thing.
that don't fit our lifestyle very well because
Right.
we don't get to wear them in sessions and stuff like that, you know, and when they tell you move.
Yeah.
So,
But
you know.
yeah, but just like if you forget, it's okay. But like just put it on your phone or on your computer so it pops up even once a day. It's when you're staring at the computer.
All right, well that's it for today.
That's it.
We'll have more.
Yeah.
So
Good work, Andy.
FunctionMN.com. You can go check it out. We have products on there, and you can do appointments just by reaching out to us and trying to coordinate a time. So
Exactly. All right, virtual high five, everyone.